Hi there, YTPC. This is the Happy Lucky Piper coming to you. Today is a very blessed evening. I am smoking my pipe inside in my study. It's a little bit of a mess today, so I'm not going to show you around too much. In the corner, you can see my picture that was gifted to me by Piping Koala from Australia. I am smoking in my beautiful Rhodesian Peterson Sutcliffe Cherry. Very cherry. This container once was full, had over 4 ounces of tobacco. It's almost finished, as you can see. With that, I'm drinking a cherry tea. This Peterson has one of those famous pea lips. You either love it or hate it. You just have to put the pipe in on your lips, basically. The holes on the top. So the idea is that you're not really meant to get tongue bite because the smoke goes on the roof of your throat as opposed on the tongue. And the reason why I'm doing all this cherry stuff is today I'm going to do a VR for cherry on top. Cherry on top has a beautiful channel going. He asked us to tell a joke or a story. This has been a story I've been meaning to tell sometime on the YTPC, so I'm going to tell it now. The story goes like this. There was a community of Indians and their chieftain passed away. They searched and couldn't find someone to replace him. He was a very spiritual person, a very good person, familiar with all their traditions, probably was a good pipe smoker as well, a good listener. So they decided to put an advert in the Wall Street Journal looking for a new chieftain. Anyway, there was this college graduate, straight out of college, looking for a job. I think he studies socials, someone in social sciences. Sounded a very interesting job. He went for the interview. The Indians were very, very accepting. They explained to him that no problem accept him to be their chieftain, but there were some conditions. Obviously, he must learn the Indian traditions and the way of life. And one of the conditions was that in the Indian camp there's no technology, no electricity, no smartphones, no internet, nothing of the kind. They have to be the whole time connected to nature. As a chieftain, he has to set this great example. And so it was. The chieftain really enjoyed himself smoking the pipes and playing the music. And the Indians have a very beautiful culture, a very beautiful way of life, very strong community. The winter came, and they came to the chieftain and said, "Chieftain, we have a question. The winter's coming. How much wood do we need to chop? What kind of winter is there going to be?" Well, our new chieftain wasn't really sure what to do. He told the Indians, "Give me 3 days. I need to go out to the woods and meditate." Well, he wasn't really sure what to do. He left the Indian cab. He started walking. Before he knew it, he found a payphone. He called up the meteorological office, which deals with the weather, and asked them, what's the winter going to be like? And they told him the winter this year is going to be an easy winter. He went back, he told the Indians, I've been praying, I've been thinking about it, meditating. And the answer I have for you is it's going to be an easy winter, so you don't need to go too crazy chopping the wood. And so it was, and the Indians were very, very happy with him. Another year went by, came winter time. They asked him what it's going to be with the weather. What do we do with our plans? With our wood chopping, etc., and gathering supplies? Said, good question, let me go and meditate. He had the same shtick. He walked out of the camp, 3 days. He needed 3 days to meditate. He got to the telephone, he called the meteorological office. And they told him this year is going to be a very heavy winter. A lot of rain. Came back, he told the folks, they're all very happy with him. This kept going a couple of years. About 3 or 4 years, they were very happy with him. And he was doing very, very well. They even signed a contract with him. And everything hunky-dory, as they say. The winter came, and, before the winter came, the same questions. He went to the forest, looked for the payphone, couldn't find the payphone. He went back to the Indian camp and told the people there, told the Indians, I've been trying to get an answer, but so far there's some kind of issue over here. I need another week of meditation. He left the camp, and this time he walked even further to the nearest village, found the payphone. He called out the meteorological office. The lady on the phone already recognized his voice. Said, it's very interesting that every year you always call me. Who do they call sorry, I have a tongue twister. Who calls the meteorological office to ask them what's going to be with the weather? No one really does those kind of things anymore. Everyone has internet. Everyone has smartphones. You're probably the only person ever to give us a phone call. I remember you called last year, this time, the year before, the year before. So he said, look, it's very, very important. He was a little bit embarrassed. He didn't want to say, the real reason. So he told him, I like doing a lot of camping in the winter. And it's really important for me to know what the weather's going to be like, so I know what kind of equipment to bring with me. So the lady in the meteorological office says to him on the phone, I tell you the honest truth, we really have no idea what the weather's going to be like. What we do is we watch the Indians. Well, the Indians have been very, very busy chopping wood. So I think it's going to be a very, very, very tough winter. It's going to be a lot of rain. I know if this story is a joke, but it's a story. The reason I want to tell this story is that many, many times in life we're in a situation, what comes first? Everyone knows the famous parable. What came first? The chicken or the egg? There's been a lot of discussion in the YTPC in the past year or so about tobacco hype. Does the hype come from us, the pipe smokers, or the followers of the YTPC, or from the producers, or from the tobacco companies that are trying to sell their products? I think it's a joint effort. I think the success and excitement of tobacco creates a hype which kind of excites us and excites the people producing the tobacco. And together this is what builds the whole momentum up regarding particular tobaccos. I remember when I was a new smoker, when new to YTPC, I felt very, very frustrated seeing people smoking all these tobaccos, which at that time was in my life was very hard for me to get hold of. Now I've been able to order things online and have friends have sent me things. I remember having a chat with Simon, and I really felt frustrated. I felt like maybe a lot of fuss is made about certain tobaccos, and on purpose that they are produced in a way that it's hard to get hold of. And Simon explained to me that I'm not really understanding how this hobby works. For the most part, the producers of tobacco, of quality tobacco, for the most part, produce according to the demand. Obviously, some of these businesses are small family businesses, and therefore they're unable to produce great quantities of tobacco. And the hype is really built up, I think, by demand, by supply, by us, by the producers. It's a kind of excitement, a buzz that gets everybody involved and everybody interested in certain tobaccos. I would say, for the most part, most of the tobaccos that I smoke, or tobaccos I've heard about, it's always very exciting when you get a tobacco that's famous. Till today, I haven't had a chance yet to smoke Penzance or Margate. I've heard from a lot of people it's nice, but there are other nice things out there as well, like Star of the East. So that's really my 2 cents on tobacco hype. It's been really, really cold. It's like 3 degrees outside. So that's why I'm inside today with my pipe. Something which I don't remember the last time I had this opportunity. So I thought I'd come online, made this little VR for Cherry on Top. I hope you liked my story, my joke, my anecdote. I don't know how you're going to look at it. Wish you a lot of success. I very much wanted to get that off my chest about tobacco hype. And I just think I'm going to enjoy the rest of this pipe in silence, watching some videos. I hope it hasn't been too much of a rambling video. A little bit of a headache, so you know when you have a headache, it's a little bit hard to think straight this time of the year. But nonetheless, I couldn't give up my evening pipe. All the best to you guys. God bless you. Good luck, Cherry on Top, with your channel. Keep up the good work. See you in the next one. All the best. Izzy, the happy-go-lucky piper, checking out, saying to you, Shalom and God bless.